All right, week 2 of the Crawl Cosplay Trunk Tournament is live. We are doing Wiglaf the Gunnendorf. It is, we have done Wiglaf before, except it was as a CCA, Crawl Cosplay Academy, instead of the Trunk Tournament. So it's going to be a lot different this time for sure. So this has just gone live, so there's still a lot of questions being asked about, specifically one particular bonus. Um, you know, just what's going on with it and everything like that. But just a basic introduction to this challenge. We are playing Mountain Dwarf Forge Rite of Sif Muna. So not too bad. That's a pretty strong species background god choice. Maybe not. Sif Muna is a pretty good god choice for Forge Rite, I think. So I think this is a pretty strong combo. But let's take a look at the conducts. Enchant a Randart weapon to +9. Okay, pretty reasonable. Enchant a Randart armor or at least +6, or a Randart shield to at least +5. So that's pretty reasonable. You just kind of need the scrolls to do so. And then number 3 is hat. Wear a hat. So it doesn't specify when you need to do it. So you just need to end your morgue file with the hat on. So that's a pretty free conduct, I think. The problem is if you die, then you lose the points for that. Like if you're wearing a helmet most of the time and you die with that helmet on, then you lose the points for this. So it would be good to find a nice hat to wear for this conduct. But I think I'm going to shoot for, full points. So if we need to wear a helmet to get full points, then, we'll wear the helmet and, we'll just accept the 5-point loss if we die with the helmet on. So I think that's going to be our strategy for this. So let's take a look at the bonus challenges. Number 1 is Hell's Fire. Cast Hellfire Mortar or Platinum Paragon at least 27 times. So I think the goal of a Forge Rite character is to eventually start casting Platinum Paragon, quite often. So this shouldn't be too hard. And Hellfire Mortar is Wiglaf's signature spell. And it is quite a good one too. It is triple school though, so it's kind of a pain to train up. So if we end up having to go Platinum Paragon, it's not that big of a deal. You can do one or the other for this. Ideally, you'd want to kind of do both. Maybe even skip Hellfire Mortar. It's a good spell, but it is triple school, so that makes it a little bit challenging to train up. And then this is kind of the doozy one right here. Bonus number 2. Who needs to fight when? Do not enter Zot before reaching XL 27. Okay, that's fine. Once you've reached experience level 25, use only Forgecraft spells and win the game. This means no melee, no range, no throwing, and no evocables. Potions and scrolls are allowed. The goal is to have the count in the table for experience levels to have only Forgecraft counts for 25 to 27. So this is kind of challenging because obviously only relying on Forgecraft spells can be kind of challenging, especially when we'll be relying on Sif Muna, I think, a lot to restore our MP. And if we're not, this means that we won't even be able to do invocations. We won't be able to use, what is it called? The Sif Muna ability that gives you mana back. That we won't be able to do that. So we'll have to come up with other ways to get our mana back. Possibly an Amulet of Magic regen. You never know what's going to happen in this kind of run. So it's going to be challenging, but I think it's doable. I think it is doable. And if we get to this point where, we actually hit experience level 25, maybe we'll think about changing up our RC file to, warn us if we're about to take an action other than casting a Forge Rite spell. If you have Platinum Paragon online by experience level 25, I think it's reasonable to win the game with just Platinum Paragon. And you basically just need to do, the only thing that you can't do is Zot up until experience level 27. So yeah, you'll have to do 25 to 27 all Forgecraft spells, and then you'll have to do Zot all Forgecraft spells. So it's definitely quite the challenge. I think it's possible though. And so if we reach level 25, we will go for it. for sure. So there's not a whole lot to think about while we're playing this character other than just kind of trying to survive as a Mountain Dwarf Forgewright. Because these conducts are pretty free. We just need to find the scrolls for it. And if we're going to be playing a game where we reach experience level 27 before entering Zot, we're definitely going to find a Randar weapon, Randar armor, you know, all the scrolls that we need to enchant these things. Potentially, these can be, you know, if we waste, I say waste, if we use a bunch of enchant weapon, enchant armor scrolls on things that we're really using, and we don't find a good Randar weapon or armor or shield, then that can be kind of a tax on us because because if we only find bad Randarts with like harm and you know vulnerability and stuff like that, then we're gonna be in trouble. I think the text here just got updated. I'm just gonna read it over just to make sure I don't mess this up, except for dodge, armor, and block. Yeah, obviously. They're just, you know, this was just released, so they're just refining this a little bit. But I think we can go ahead and get started with our Mountain Dwarf Forgewright, and we'll just kind of see how things go with him. So let's get into the game. We have to play in Trunk, and even if like things change with this particular bonus that people have questions about, it's not going to affect us until we actually reach that level. So, you know, all we have to do is skill, knowing that we'll be relying completely on our Forgewright spells. So we can do that for sure. We'll just keep this in mind. And if something changes here, then obviously we'll take that into account once we get to it. But for now, we are playing a Mountain Dwarf. We are playing a Forgewright. And here we go. We start with a hammer and a robe. And we have some Forgecraft trained already. We have Kinetic Grapnel trained. And we'll try not to die on D1, huh? So let's see, what should we do? So Construct Spike Launcher is already pretty castable, as is Kinetic Grapnel. So questionable whether we train Forgewright first. I think maybe we train Fighting to 3. And you know what? I like to normally when I'm doing these challenges, I like to it takes me a while to really get into the swing of things. A +3 scale mail right away. Okay. That's pretty good. Of course, that's going to kind of nuke our spell casting, but it's going to provide us a lot of survivability. So we found Toxic Radiance, Fridge, and Discord. I don't think we're going to be casting those necessarily. How are Mountain Dwarves aptitudes going? No, Alchemy's bad, as is. And Necromancy is actually pretty good at +1. But we didn't even pick up a Necromancy spell, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And obviously Hexes is 0, which, you know, I don't think it's, you know, I don't think a lot of people go into Hexes unless you have a very good aptitude for it. I think everybody's kind of tired of Hexes at this point, though, because the week 1 was like kind of all Hexes. Oops, all Hexes. The Poltergeist, Enchanter, or Hexslinger. So we found Sublimation of Blood, Ignite Poison, and Summon Hydra. Sublimation of Blood seems like a very good spell to use. It's going to be able to, you know, give us mana back. Obviously, it costs us HP to do that, but it's, you know, it's going to give us what we need when we need it. So I think we do want to eventually get that online. Obviously, at this moment, it's not going to work. But eventually, with our +1 aptitude for Necromancy, we can easily get this thing powered up enough to be useful. And then we're not going to move into Ignite Poison or Summon Hydra, I don't think, because we do need to rely a lot on our Forge Crafting to get us through this challenge, the late game parts of this challenge. So let's move on. +3 scale mail right away is very fantastic. We can't over invest in melee because we're going to put this helmet on, obviously. We got the little Sphinx helmet, which is really cool. It's an abandoned shop and a faded altar. We can't use a faded altar for this challenge. We have to worship Sifmuna directly. So we have an adder here. We're gonna kinetic grapnel our way through this, and we didn't even get poisoned. So good on us. Good on us. Okay, so we can learn construct a spike launcher, and we will pick up these atropative darts, and we're going to switch over to Forgecraft. Train off fighting for a little bit to get this up. We have a good aptitude for it, so it's pretty reasonable to train. And we need to get it higher so that we can actually reliably cast our Forgerite spells. And something cool about Mountain Dwarves is that their spellcasting is much less encumbered by armor. So even though we're wearing Scale Mail, normally you wouldn't be able to cast anything in Scale Mail at this point in the game. But because we are a Mountain Dwarf, we only get 1/2 of the encumbrance from our armor for the purpose of spellcasting. So encumbrance 10 is actually encumbrance 5 for us. So it's it's messing with our spellcasting, but we're still able to cast spells. So we got Terrence, and I think if we do a spike launcher and a kinetic grapnel, we should be able to kill Terrence. Yeah, no throat cutter for us, but we do kill him. We're going to take some int here because we need to be primarily a spellcaster for this challenge, especially in the late game. So the more int, the better, because we're going to need our Forgecraft spells to do some tremendous damage and get tremendous value out of them. Which Forgerite spells do tend to be very to give you a lot of value. So, and what I mean by value is like the amount of damage and stuff utility that you can get out of a spell for the mana you spend on it. And Forgecraft is pretty mana efficient. You get a lot of value out of the spells that you cast in Forgerite. So I'm gonna pull into here and construct a spike launcher. And just to show you like the value we get out of the spike launcher, it killed all 3 of those enemies for the low cost of 2 MP. And yeah, it's a tremendous spell. And all this Forgecraft spells are really like that. You cast them and they just do a ton of stuff. So happy to have Forgecraft is a it's a trunk exclusive spell school for now, so it's good that we're doing Forgecraft for the trunk tournament. It's nice to get a lot of use out of it. So I'm gonna throw the leftover experience into spellcasting real fast, and then take a look at our spell chances. 2 and 3%, pretty good. We want to get to B, so B is 8%. We would like to be able to cast B as soon as we can learn it. So let's go Forgecraft to 8%. And we're going to kind of work on Forgecraft, I wouldn't say almost exclusively. Now, we're going to put on this Amulet of the Guardian Spirit for right now. That's obviously going to be a bad amulet to wear in the late game. But for now, it'll be okay. We just found a very interesting Randart ring. Kind of an interesting find on D3. 3 pips of negative energy resistance, will negative, resistance to corrosion, -2 strength, +4 int. It's hard to say at what point this ring will ever become useful. I suppose if we need our core or a bunch of negative energy resistance, we can throw this thing on. But it's not something that I want to have on all the time. The int +4 is pretty nice, but the strength -2 kind of sucks for us right now because it'll mess with our spell casting. And it'll mess with our melee, which is something that we're kind of planning on doing a little bit of at least. Okay, so let's do the spike launcher. And we can, the spike launcher is going to do a ton of damage. Look at that. Yeah, Forgerite is such a good start, especially on a Mountain Dwarf where you're chunky and you can really take early fights. So Mountain Dwarf, very fun. Forgerite, very fun. So we found Inner Flame, Sticky Flame, and Flame Wave. Some fire spells. Do we have a good fire aptitude? +2. Interesting. If it was Scorch, maybe I'd think about training it, but I don't think Conjurations is something we worry about this game. I think we need to keep ourselves very focused on what the heck is this? There's 2 Ice Beasts in there. We just kind of have to go. We can't fight the ice beast right now. That was crazy. That's oof. All right. What a wake up call that was. I think maybe we leave the ice beast to roam this floor. There's no reason for us to hang around and, you know, risk getting killed by an ice beast. When do we move off of this? Okay, let's go ahead and launch the bee on this guy. And now that we have bee online, we could probably take those ice beasts down. Now that I'm thinking about it, pick up these boomerangs and see what else awaits us. I am a little worried though. The ice beasts do a lot of damage. Okay, that's a sling of flaming, which is +1 sling of flaming is pretty nice. That'll be good to switch to if we want to. So let's do hammer to bee, sling, yeah. Yeah. Even though we have like not great ranged right now, a +1 single flaming is a pretty good weapon. Probably better than kinetic grapnel, for being honest. All right, what's in the book? Dazzling Flash, Meph, Silence, and Curse of Agony. Meph is certainly something. Air magic is -3. I don't think Meph is happening, unfortunately. Meph, never once. Never once. Not even once. Okay, let's we'll just like continue to explore Dungeon 3. I think we're confident enough to take on those ice beasts. Got Rime Blight. That's not something that we're doing. Okay, we have an adder here. We're gonna pull back. Construct the spike launcher. And then that should handle the rest of these guys pretty easily. There we go. We got the Fedos altar. Ooh, okay, so now we need to bee this guy. All right, there's our bee. We'll spike launcher. And then there we go. All right, hopefully the other one isn't hanging around here. Okay, so Forgecraft is at 8. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here. B is 3%, very good. And then we got to think about whether we want to go with Forge Blazeheart Golem or Lightning Spire. You know, you can do both. Lightning Spire is a little bit harder to train as a Mountain Dwarf because of the bad air aptitude, but it's certainly possible. But let's take the moment to round out a little bit our, you know, useful but non-Forgecraft skills. So let's get some fighting for a little bit of extra survivability, and then let's bee this guy, hit him with the bee and then the spike launcher, and then that should be it. Yeah, so the power of bee is very, very strong. Leather armor of cold resistance, I would have been happy to get that at some point, but at this point I don't think so, because we do have the +3 scale mail, which is pretty exciting. Okay, fighting is already at 4. Let's do, we have really good armor aptitude. So let's actually train a little bit of armor. It's not going to do much. Maybe we can get to 11 AC. That would make me happy if we can get to 11 AC. I am going to bee these guys, even though they're very close, because the bee does a fantastic job. Fantastic. All right, so what were they guarding? They were guarding scroll, an unidentified scroll. We're not sure what it is, but maybe it's time to start taking a look. So we have 4 scrolls of something. Identify. Okay. Let's identify our 4 stack. It's curing. Yep. Pretty good. And then let's identify the 2 stack enlightenment. Good. We'll continue to ID potions. We've got resistance and we have attraction. Okay. Very nice. So let's move on. We're on D5 now. So let's take a look at what we've got going on here. We got to pick up those javelins. We missed those javelins. We'll go back and pick them up. And then let's allow B to do our work for us here. We'll wind up the B. He's not done yet. There you go. All right, let's pick up this Jav. We'll maybe train some throwing. That way, you know, if we need to throw some jabs or some boomerangs, we can. All right, we got an armor to 3. It didn't quite get us to 11 AC, so... Oh, yep, no, now we're at 11 AC. Yeah, we just needed to get to 3.5. There, now we got 11 AC. So let's take a little detour on spellcasting just to get it to 4. And our spellcasting aptitude is not good. It's -2, but we're going to be using those spell levels, so I believe that it'd be good to train a little bit of spellcasting. So let's let the bee take care of that, and it does. Yeah, the bee is not to be messed with. Unfortunately, we don't get our bee out right away here. All right, very good. And then we have a scorpion here. We'll go ahead and start beeing this guy. All right, and then get out the spike launcher. Don't even need it. The bee kind of takes care of everything. All right, looks like we've got beachfront property out there that we can take a look at. Throwing aptitude's very bad for us, huh? -2. Oh, that is not good. Okay. Well, let's pump a little bit of Forgecraft up. We'll get Forgecraft 10 because we're going to need it. We certainly are going to need it. We haven't missed Sif, have we? No, we have not. So let's continue to explore and use B where we need to. Nice. All right, what's this little vault that we're coming across? We have a scroll of identify. Let's identify 2 potions of moonshine. All right, we'll drop those on the ground. All right, we got sticky flamed, but we had to get our bee out first. There we go. All right, and is Sif Muna here? No. All right, we got a null sergeant. If we can get our bee out, then we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine as long as we get our bee out. We are not fine, actually. We're very far from fine. Let's do curing. Yeah, we're gonna have to blind read some scrolls. Amnesia, not quite. It looks like this might be a rip for us. Ooh, you know what? I think that was a fear scroll. So that might have given us what we need to escape here. He's almost... No, he's... I was like, he's almost dead. Let's take him down. But no, we were on like 0 HP. There was no way we were going to do that. So yes, enemies that can reach are kind of a problem when you have... Okay, so the bee is here. Okay, we do have to wind up the bee. There, the bee took him out. Nice. All right, a trident of freezing. And a kite shield. Okay. I kind of like the trident of freezing. We're going to grab that. What's our polearm aptitude? 0. Maces and flails is +2. It is a trident of freezing, though, so that seems good. It's nice to have a reach weapon when you are a summoner of some kind, which a Forgecrafter is a summoner of some kind. Okay, so there is a sewer here. So let's go through and try and find the sewer. Very distant drain. Hopefully we'll get there soon. All right, B took him out. And yeah, we can use the reach weapon to fight behind our B, like this. Very nice. Okay, we have orcs here guarding the ecumenical temple. We can probably just kill them. And then we'll spend a couple of turns going in here. And there is Sif right here. So we'll go ahead and start worshipping Sif. Perfection. And here we go. There's a centaur. We'll spend some turns doing the bee here. Yep. Okay. We're in a little bit of trouble here. Let's get a little head start on Invo here. Get it up to 4. Let's wind up the bee again. And the bee is doing a good job here. Hopefully the bee can take down this wizard. The bee cannot see invis, but luckily we managed to kill the bee Let's wind up our B again. There we go. I'm going to be saying B a lot during this game, at least until B becomes less useful. We'll wind up the B. All right, B is keeping us alive here. Very good. Let's take a few more levels of fighting. And let's try and find that sewer. That sounds pretty good. Very distant drain. Like, it feels like we've been very distant for a long time. Another one. Okay. Okay, get out of the way, B. Very distant drain. We should probably pick up that buckler and start using it. Let's take a look at this ring. Ring of flight. Well, I guess we'll put it on. Could help out, especially in the sewer, if we ever manage to find it. Very distant, very distant. No clues as to how close we are to this thing. The drain is falling apart. It's still very distant. There's no way we can get there in time. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is it completely gone? You hear the drain falling apart. I think that's the message you get when it's almost destroyed, but not quite. So if we can... Yeah, alright. We can't... Oh, wait. Is it collapsed? Oh, it collapsed. Yeah, we lost it. Dang. Oh, well. I'm sure there wasn't anything good in there anyways. Alright, just one second. Alright, we're back. Let's head down to D7. Throw a B at this phantom. That seemed to work out pretty well. And we'll do the same for the Ice Beast. Okay, so we got our fighting to 6. Let's training the polearm would be kind of good. Yeah, maybe we'll stick with polearms for just a little bit. Let's do Trident Freezing is pretty nice. Okay, I say you always got to fight bees with bees. But at this point, I think I'm going to back up. Take one bee with us maybe. And then throw out RB. And then RB is better than their bee. So we're going to be okay. But fighting all of those at the same time would have been, I think, death for us. We'll pull up this one null. Send out our B, and that should be good enough. Do the same here. We'll send out the bee. And bee is an overpowered spell. Except for when it does that. It just decides to go to sleep while you're fighting an enraged bear. Let's send out our bee here. We'll do... Ooh, spike launcher. Save us. Okay. Dang. Alright. We're gonna have to use all of our curing potions here. And probably still... Maybe still die. Okay. We're good. That was tough. We'll take some int here. And the bees are chasing us around. I'm used to playing Poltergeist, so I'm used to not really respecting bees all that much. But you gotta respect them when you're susceptible to poison, that's for sure. Yeah, here we go. And we're already poisoned. Okay, let's see if we can like not get killed by bees. That would be great. Or orc priests. Okay. Let's go ahead and send out the bee here. And there's Dith Menos, but we've already got Sif Muna here. Great. All right, pole arms is 4. Let's dip a little bit more into Forgecraft. We'll get it up to 12. And then we've got to think about, I think Blazeheart Golem is maybe the way to go here. So we'll take some fire magic up to 4. It's a good way to get us started. Let's send our bee out before this bee kills us. All right, excellent. One at a time, guys. All right, so this is the beginning of the end for us. We've got a centaur and a killer bee coming right at us. We're going to take more damage from the centaur as we back up here. And the bee's going to close the distance very fast on us. Did I refresh the page for bonus 2? It was revised many times. Yeah, I think I've got the most up-to-date version, Raga. I believe I've read this, yeah. So basically, you're only allowed to cast Forgecraft, but the only exception is potions and scrolls. Am I right about that? And then obviously dodge, armor, block. Those are all actions that show up there, but they're not active actions. Yeah, if we get to that point, Raga, where we have to actually think about that, I think I'll maybe put some things in my RC file to, you know, not let me do anything other than that. But the thing is, we just got to get there first. The rest of this stuff is pretty simple. Raga, so it says wear a hat. Basically, you just have to have a hat on at the time of your morgue, whether that's your death or your ascension. You just have to have a hat on at that point. You don't have to wear it for, you know, any part of the game. Okay, let's send our bee out here. As long as we don't get... Okay, we're doing okay here. And the centaur might be coming... Yes, there he is. So we'll wind up the same bee, send him out here. And that actually went very well. I'm actually a little surprised at how well that went. Yes, for the hat. Okay, good. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So, yeah, it's gonna be, ooh, a manual of dodging. Gee, I don't know. I don't know about that. I guess since we, no, the encumbrance thing is only for spellcasting. So, you know, we're not gonna get a bonus to our EV, for that. So it's kind of a worthless manual. I don't think we're gonna put points into dodging. It just seems like a bad idea. There's no way to enforce a hat throughout the game. Well, if everybody streamed their runs like I do, you could just, you know, watch the stream and say, hey, you wore a helmet for, you know, for 2 floors, so you're disqualified. But I know not everybody likes to do that, obviously. What are you adding? Oh, like that you can wear whatever you want. It's just at the time of your death or ascension. Okay. Yeah, that might have been obvious to everybody but me, because I mean it's what I figured. But occasionally there are conducts and bonus challenges that say like from this point on only wear this or whatever. So since it wasn't specified, I was a little not, I guess confused is the wrong word. I was just surprised that it just said wear a hat, you know, without any other description. I think if there's more than one slime creature here, we're toast. We might still be toast. No, we're good. The slime creature on D7 is a devastating thing to see. Yeah, I think this one is going to be not definitely not as difficult as the first one for sure. But the Forgecraft bonus is going to be interesting. I think it's possible. It's just a matter of, you know, making sure you don't mess up. A +2 heavy spear is not better than a +2 trident of freezing, so we're not gonna mess with that. Let's take a look if we have any other good melee weapons on the ground we've missed. No, not really. So we've got the best one on our hands right now, so we'll take it down into D8 and see what we can do down here. We got a water moccasin. And this guy's got a War Axe of Electrocution, so he's actually scarier than the water moccasin, if you would believe it. All right, let's wind up the B. And BOP. War Axe of Electrocution is interesting. What is our Axe's aptitude? +2. And it cross trains as well, so you know, the trident is so, it's synergistic with Forgecraft. But a War Axe of Electrocution is like such a great weapon. We have a better aptitude for it. It's going to take us less time to get it to Mendeley. And Wiglaf is an Axeman, right? Isn't he an Axeman? I don't even know what he's wearing right now. Let's take a look at the wiki. It's not going to tell me what kind of what he normally has equipped, but I'm pretty sure I've always seen the man with an axe, right? Yeah. We're playing Wiglaf, so we've got to respect the man's wishes. So let's train some axes. You don't have to do much to convince me to use a +2 War Axe of Electrocution. I guess here would be good to use the polearm though. Oh boy. All right, we're in trouble. Should we B again? I think we do. Yes, okay. It was a good thing that we beat again there because it was necessary. There's also a +4 dire flail if we wanted to switch to mason flails, which we have a very, very decent aptitude for. But yeah, it might have been a mistake for us to, well, we haven't really made much of a mistake yet. But polearms definitely work a bit better. Yeah, because like look at this. Maybe we should just stick with polearms because it's very, very good here. We got to +6 axes very quickly though. Maybe I shouldn't be waffling between these two so much. They cross train, so it's, at least I think they do, right? Axes and polearms. Yeah, I think they do cross train, so it's not that big of a deal for us to be switching in between them. I rarely get value out of cross training, but I feel like it might be valuable in this particular run. Switching between the two when we need to. All right. Let's put the points into axes, and then let's we reach level 10. Blazeheart Golem is fairly castable. I'd like to, you know what, I'd like to improve that a little bit. Let's go back to fire magic. Get that to like 6. Whoa, didn't mean to switch to the hammer. All right. Okay, we got a bunch of howler monkeys. I think we'll switch to the axe here. Let's move down this way. Yeah. This seems pretty good. Oh, we have a hornet. This is very bad. Let's move this here. We're slowed and poisoned, but luckily the spike launcher helped us out quite a bit there. Let's throw a couple of points into Invo and hope nobody comes for us. A white did come for us. Yeah, whites are coming. Jeez. All right, let's get the bee out. Switch to the trident, and then oof, we got to wind up the bee quickly here. If we don't, we're in big trouble. I cannot believe we survived that, but we absolutely did. Thanks to probably the Amulet Guardian Spirit. So big thanks to that. +3 spear. All right, what kind of books do we have? A Manual of Shields is oof, that's a good find, huh? It's expensive, but it's there, and we probably do want to end up using a shield. So let's see. Do we have any good? Ooh, yeah. Diamond saw blades. Okay, yeah, that's big. And then the rest of the stuff, we have Splinterfrost Shell and Hoarfrost Cannonade, which is pretty good. Spellspark Servitor. That's kind of more like a conjurer spell. Yeah, we got these guys too. Percussive Tempering, Albumic, and Phalanx Beetle. Yeah, okay. All right, so we got pretty much everything that we wanted out of this shop in terms of spells, except for the two that we really need for the bonus challenge, which is Platinum Paragon and Magma Guy. I can't remember the name of it. Hellfire Mortar, of course. We didn't find either one of those, so we'll have to be on the lookout for those. But we do have them, or we have some good spells to get us through the mid to even late game here. Maybe not the late game, but mid to mid game. Okay, let's learn ourselves the Forge Blazeheart Golem, and that's gonna be pretty handy. So we found Jay Jorda's 2's Ghost here in this little vault. What's in the book? Just a couple of minor spells. Blink is in here, which is pretty decent spell. But there's really no reason to go in there, obviously. It would be a big mistake to go in there. So let's take a look at Dungeon 9. We've got a pack of orcs coming. We have a pack of almost everything coming. So we're going to Blazeheart Golem here. And go up the stairs. Now, we're going to Scroll of Fear. And unfortunately, the bear is walking towards where I want to go. But as long as we can get away from the bear, we should be fine. So we could have handled... We should have gone down... Or, I mean, up the stairs a lot sooner than where we did. So that's our bad. Let's go find that polar bear and try and kill him, because I'm wary of letting these kind of guys hang out around you know, unexplored floors, because sometimes you have to go through them and then you get ganked when you try to come up. Okay, so we can train Evo now. I wonder what we picked up. Maybe like a wand or something. Let's do a little bit of spell casting. Get it up to 6. What did we pick up? A wand of Mind Burst. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think we have a pretty good evocations aptitude. +1, yeah. That's pretty respectable. Our invo aptitude is really good though. This is the one that we just came from, right? Yeah, we don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. All right, let's send out the bee to do our dirty work for us. And we have hostile bees coming for us. I'm going to Blazeheart Golem here. Here we go. All right. Explosions happening. And let's go upstairs. All right. We're really not beefy enough at this point. We do have the +3 scale mail, but it's really not keeping us alive all that well. We're taking a truck ton of damage whenever we get into a scuffle. And I'm not happy about it. We have a Centaur Steam Dragon combo. So I'm going to back out here. Okay, we're fine. Jeez. Okay, we get our Scroll of Fear back. Falchion of Electrocution. We have 8 dexterity, so I don't think that's a good option. Now we're going to drop the hammer. Just not helping us at this point in the game. I can't believe our bee just got destroyed by a wolf. That seems like it should have won that fight. Yeah, I might be coping trying to train this axe. I think polearm is probably the best weapon to use as a forge right. Let's get 4 levels of Evo. Just sit behind your bee like that. Let the bee take all the damage. Yep. +2 hand axe of electrocution. I mean, that's a hand axe. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about the bees running around on this floor. Not to mention the orcs. Alright, here come the bees. We're gonna Forge Heart Golem. It's kind of the only way for us to get out of this alive, I feel like. Here we go. We're going to Blazeheart Golem again. Okay. Oh, good golems. Good golems. Alright. Now, what can we do about an eel? Ooh, and a Raiju? Ooh, this is not good. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. We're okay. Train up fighting to 10 maybe. Feels necessary. Having a hard time. Oh, 32% chance to hit them? Gee. We should train some invo. You need kind of high invo for channel magic to really work. I wonder if we can get our bee out here to do something. Yeah, the problem is they can fire through the bee. I think we just got to come back here once we have a Wand of Flaming. It's really like the only way for us to handle that. I mean, we could Mind Burst it, but that seems kind of expensive. I'd rather use a cheap one like Flaming. And we found our entrance to the lair, which is pretty good. Let's wind up the bee. You have more work to do, bee. Let's get the golem out just for good measure. Okay, good. Good job, Golem. Ah, man, we got more electric eels. No, thank you. All right, we'll just ignore that whole place. It might have some loot in it, but until we have a wand of flaming, I don't feel confident going around there. So let's dip into D10. There is a Bailey here. Let's read ID some scrolls. Telly. Okay, so let's go back up the stairs. Telly, that's fine. I learned that tip in my last stream, so I don't remember who gave me that tip. One of the viewers from last stream, but I really appreciate it. If you read ID on a staircase and you hit telly, you can just go up the staircase so you don't telly into an unexplored area. Found poison. We found vuln. So this is my first run. I mean, yeah, this is my first run. I haven't had time for another one. I mean, because it just started. Ooh, we just hit an enchant weapon, which we needed probably to save for Randart, but it is what it is. MO, we gotta hit. Oh, we hit silence. Great. Okay, well that is what it is. All right, and then what's this last? Well, I appreciate that, Raga. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to find this Bailey the old-fashioned way. So, oh man, we've got whites now. Okay, let's get the golem out. We did a little bit of a miscast there, but that's fine. All right. This Bailey may not be happening. Just like we missed the sewer, we may also be missing the Bailey, which would obviously be pretty bad. We found a plasma beam. I love a plasma beam. Oh, is this the Bailey? Yeah, it is. Okay. Poisonous vapors, mercury arrow. Okay. Get inside this Bailey and hope that... yeah, okay, we should be able to do this Bailey. It's the frog one. Yep. And then, yeah, I think this is the one that has the humans. Yeah. Okay. This is a little concerning. I think we're okay, though. Okay. Hopefully, yeah, they're still coming for me. Okay, if we can just get enough... we're gonna channel magic here. Yeah, we're channeling. Because we might need the MP to... You know what? I channel magic, and then we don't actually end up needing to use it. So, that's fine. There we go. And then I think this one has like, yeah, the vault guards. Okay. Yeah, all right. What about a Tropa? Chance to blind is 3%. That's not very good. Let's get our golem out. Just trying to not take hits from this guy. There we go. Get another golem. And he's dead. Okay. That was a little sketch. Oh, and then yeah, Prince Ribbit is sometimes here. So, hello, Prince Ribbit. Goodbye, Prince Ribbit. And then I think there's also maybe an... Yeah, there he is. Okay. Get the bee out and the golem out. All right, and then hopefully the explosion takes him out. It didn't, but then the trident did take him out. Okay, that was close, but we did survive. And I forgot that we're flying. I didn't need to be worried about this deep water. Okay. Thanks, Raga. I appreciate that. All right, so we're at 6% on channel magic, so that's pretty good. And we're all got everything we need from here. Plate armor, I feel like plate armor doesn't do... We get more AC, but it kind of screws up our... Not really, but I don't know. I like the +3 scale mail. I feel like that's better than plate armor. Although I should have probably taken the plate armor out, but I'm sure there's plate armor out here. We don't we didn't need to take it out. All right, so let's begin to explore the rest of this floor. I certainly don't like wraiths happening. Okay, we're fine. You need to show me where? Okay. Which Discords do you normally post it in? Roguelikes. Obviously Crawl Cosplay. I didn't know that I could ping Streamalert on Crawl Cosplay, but yeah, I saw that I was able to, so I did that in Crawl Cosplay. Okay, we got Fugue, Ozzacubos, and Manifold Assault. I kind of like Fugue on a Mountain Dwarf, but we really need to settle into Forgecraft here for this run. So I think that's what we're sticking with. But I think we're okay for now. Let's wind up the B. RL, Particle Face, and Malcolm. Yeah, I don't think I'm in Malcolm's Discord. Alright, somebody's coming after me. Somebody invisible, which I don't appreciate. We've had bad luck with invisible enemies recently. So, trying to avoid those if possible. Tell you what we've had good luck with, though, is a Blazeheart Golem. Oh, F-Cloud and Polar Vortex. One of those I'm a lot more excited about. No, yeah, I don't think so. Oh, it's Psyche that went invisible. Okay. She has a wand of what? She has no wand. I don't know why I thought she had a wand. Alright, can any of you see Invis? No. No? Okay. That could be a problem. Psyche has never been a problem for me, but it might be a problem this time. Oh, no, we killed her. Okay. Roboville power. Okay. So not to be on the Centaur. The Wraith should also get bead. Alright, what else is down here? Nothing? Okay. Move on to D11. A gargoyle. Okay. That's here we go. Yeah, you exploded. Good. We're going to, yeah, because that's going to create a lot of noise. We're actually going to walk back. I'll likely be falling asleep during your stream. I've been up since 2:30 a.m. Why do you wake up so early, Raga? What is your problem? Alright, let's ID some potions. We have a lot of them. Let's, oh, we hit Berserker Rage? Okay, probably not for us, but happy to have it. Staff of Air. We'll pick it up. Oh, hissing and buzzing noises? Oof. Alright, the wolf spider has me very concerned. Miscasting golem has me much more concerned. Alright, let's not go down there. I think we might just go to lair. I think it's time to think about Lightning Spire. It's our only Forgecraft spell we can learn. Can we afford any of those books that we saw? Diamond Saw Blades. What is this at? 65%? I'd like to hit Diamond Saw Blades, but we are a little bit off. I think we train a little bit of air magic to get Lightning Spire online. And I think that's the way that we play the game for a while. Let's hit Lair. And I think we're pretty well equipped for Lair. Just throw the bee out and hope things work out. And I think Blazeheart Golem carries us through Lair pretty hard. I often wake up during the night and turn on my laptop for 5 to 15 minutes. I had so many small CCTT tasks to do that I just stayed awake. Yeah, that's yeah, not being able to sleep. That's pretty rough. I'm more of a night owl than a morning person. Like I like to sleep in and stay up late. What I like to do. We got poison resistance, which is very good to have in Lair. Awaken Armor, Forge Phalanx Beetle, and Fortress Blast. Okay, these are some Fortress, Forgecraft spells for sure. Awaken Armor might be something for us. We are wearing Scale Mail. Phalanx Beetle is good. Fortress Blast, I am not so sure about. Used to be Night Owl, yeah. I mean, not so much these days for me either. I kind of like Awaken Armor and Phalanx Beetle because they both summon things, as well as Lightning Spike. I think we work on these, getting these castable. And you know what? We'll train some Earth for sure. We have a good aptitude for it, so let's get Awaken Armor castable. And then that way we've trained Fire and Earth, and obviously Forgecraft. And once we get, let's actually get a couple more Forgecraft levels. And then once we get Hellfire Mortar, we'll be able to cast it, hopefully. So, yeah. Okay. We kind of fumbled around there, but it worked. So, if it works, then it's not stupid. Okay, so it looks like we've got a Maimon here. We should be able to take down a Maimon, right? Yeah, I mean, the worst that could happen. I do kind of want to, yeah, get the explosion going. Perfect. And then if we just kill, yeah, there he goes. All right. We got a little bit of strength out of that. All right, so we can kind of cast Forge Lightning Spire. We are going to need to train some spell casting levels to learn all those spells that we want to cast. And what kind of Demon Whip do you have? A +1 Demon Whip of Venom. Interesting. That's a weapon. I don't think we're going to be using it. I think the Trident is just too useful as a Forge Crafter, because you just get so much value, you know, attacking things past your summons. There's really nothing that can beat it. All right, first Forge Lightning Spire of the stream. See how it does. Not too great. We just took a we took a Blazeheart Golem explosion to the face there. but we survived. All right, Lightning Spire is a very good spell. If we could ever cast it, that's 2 miscasts in a row at what? 5%? Yeah, 5% is basically uncastable. We gotta work on that. Yeah, Lightning Spire, very good against these blink frogs that are gonna be blinking around like it's nobody's business. Roll of Silence. We got another one of those. This time we'll actually get to choose when we use it. All right, we got Wands of Warping and Charming. Pretty good. Ooh, Joseph. Okay. Let's blast Joseph with our Lightning Spire for a little bit. And then send a bee out after him. Okay, he's dead. Perfect. Okay, we got quite a few guys here. So let's summon our stuff. Oh, geez. Okay. Komodo dragons are not to be messed with. Alright, we can cast Awaken Armor, so let's go ahead and do that. That way we can kind of just get more stuff on the screen. Alright, here's Awaken Armor. Let's see how it does. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, people say that Awaken Armor is not a good spell, but checkmate. Of course, we're probably going to get petrified here. Let's get another armor out. Okay, I'd say that's a pretty useful spell. Let's examine our armor here for a second. It has 44 HP. It can hit twice for 24 damage each, so that's pretty good. 3 pips of AC. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I think it deserves to be on our spell list. So if you win on your first run, you get your name in the CCTT week 2 results from the bot command 1-in-1 CCT. Okay, so we're paying attention to who wins their first attempt. How is that being tracked just with the combo? Like if you start a combo after 7 p.m. tonight, it kind of counts as your first run. Kill itself in a one shot? What are you what are you referring to? Oh no. Okay, good. We woke up just in time to not kill ourselves with Blazeheart Golem. Although we wouldn't die from that. Amulet of Reflection. If we were using a shield, that would sure be good. We got a kite shield there. How does this affect our spell casting? It's not great. We do have a manual of dodging. Oh right, the manual of shields is for sale. Yeah, but it is quite expensive. We'll get there eventually. We'll put on a shield at some point. I just don't know if that point is right now because we're really enjoying these spells and I sure would like to be able to cast them, you know? Okay, so how are we doing here? 3% on a lot of good stuff. We have ourselves a merfolk here. Merfolk seems to want to throw boomerangs at us. I am okay with that. I'm actually not okay with that because the Merfolk is doing a lot of damage with those boomerangs. Okay, we are good. +1 heavy trident. Our trident's a little bit better than that, so I'm not gonna take that from her. We have a +4 halberd here. I think that would require a bit too much training to do. Yeah, it's not something we want to switch to at the moment. Okay, there's a 6-headed Hydra. Let's hit him with everything we got. Okay, good. So we survived the Hydra encounter. So if we can survive that, we can survive anything. Okay, good. I still don't know what you meant by it can kill itself in a one-shot. What can kill itself in a one-shot? 4 potions of haste. That's nice. All right, let's ID another potion. Heal wounds. Perfect. That's just what I was looking for. All right. We'll awaken the armor on this cane toad. Fantastic. All right, shoals. We know we had shoals. Is it the merfolk? The armor? How does it kill itself in a one-shot? It can hit itself? How does it hit itself? I don't see how it does that. Yeah, I don't, unless there's some mechanic I'm misunderstanding, I don't see how or why it would attack itself. Can it be confused? Maybe. Oh, are you talking about if it was confused, it could kill itself in one turn? Like just talking about the amount of damage it can do? Yeah, it certainly could. Look at how much stuff we can summon. Perfect. Speaking of stuff we can summon, let's grab Phalanx Beetle. That's one more thing to add to our repertoire of things that we can cast. All right, let's send out everything we've got. I hope it's going to be enough. Once the golem explodes, we might just leave. Actually, it's going really well. Yeah. And Braga, this challenge is way too easy. I just want you to know that. We're going to get this done on our first attempt. Yeah, I get what you mean now. It was just a little confusing. I thought, like, I was worried that there was something about that spell that made it completely useless, like it just kills itself that I wasn't seeing, but I understand what you mean now. It could kill itself if it were to attack itself. If it was confused. I get it now. It looks like we've got Snake Pit, which I'm okay with. Snake is probably easier than Spider with this character. Oh, all right, here's the Salamander. Man, Lightning Spider is really not that great against this guy, is he? Not a whole lot of equipment here, right? I mean, did we find gloves? Did we find boots? Did we find a cloak? We found nothing to equip our character with. You know, we have a open offhand slot, but I just want to keep it open now so that we can cast some spells. We have great spells to cast. And we don't have to be too careful about our mana, because we do have good old Sif Muna here. Channel Magic is quite castable at 0%. And Divine Exegesis is at 21% right now. Of course, Divine Exegesis, when it's most useful, is probably in the very late stages of the game, but because of this bonus challenge right here, number 2, we won't even be able to use Divine Exegesis for its intended purpose, which is, summoning, or, using Dragon's Call when you haven't trained any summoning, or Discord when you've trained no hexes, in the more difficult stages of the game. I guess, like, if we're at least as long as we're less than experience level 25, we can use it, but there will be a point where it is not usable anymore. All right, our AC is 16 when we phalanx. I feel like our AC should be a lot higher in scale mail, but I think it's because we are completely have no aux slots, except for a helmet. We have a helmet, but that's about it. We could be doing a lot better on AC. There's some glowing scale mail right there, which is a little exciting. Not gonna lie, a little excited. Plus another +3 scale mail. That's what we've already got. All right, what have we got? Oh, Hellfire Mortar. Here we go, guys. We got Hellfire Mortar. All right. So the second bonus was much easier before Plankenstein made a last-minute change. What did Plankenstein change about the second bonus? All right, to get Hellfire Mortar online, it looks like we're going to need a lot of training. Yeah, between Fire, Earth, and Forgecraft. I thought we were a decent ways there, but apparently we're not. We are definitely not. Challenge looked like it was too easy. Okay. I'm interested to see what the original version of that challenge was. Okay, that's air magic, which is not something that we want to train. Fire magic, we'll get it to 10, as well as earth magic. I feel like since we're playing Wiglaf, we do need to use Hellfire Mortar. From experience level 27 to 25. What does that mean? But you're being so cryptic today, Raga. Oh, we just blew ourselves up. Okay. So it was, okay, I think I understand what you mean. So, like, it was do not enter Zot before experience level 27, and then from 27 on, do not use anything but Forgecraft. Is that right? Because if that's the case, then yeah, that seems a little bit too easy. Although clearing Zot with just Forgecraft spells, that is kind of challenging. But this way is definitely a lot harder, but it's still fairly reasonable, especially with the power of some Forgecraft spells like Platinum Paragon. It's totally reasonable. Unlike last week's challenges. Last week's challenges were really miserable. Do not enter Zot before 27. Once you reach, yeah, abilities and evocables. Okay, yeah. Yeah, taking out evocables definitely makes it a lot more challenging. I think it's probably like a decent level of challenging now at this point. the way that it is right now. But we'll see once all the good players get in there and try it, which I wish I was one of them, but I am not. What we lack in skill, we make up for in persistence and charm. I don't know. But I imagine there's going to be a lot of 50 point 2-star morgs for this challenge. I'm definitely not going to be the first one unless we get super lucky. I guess not super lucky. If we play really fast, which I don't think we're playing all that fast. This is our first attempt, so we haven't really wasted any time. But we could certainly be going faster. Okay, so that Hydra is dead. Yeah, Forgecraft is kind of brain dead at some points. It's just like summon your crap and let it go. How are we doing on Hellfire? Still 92. Geez, that I don't know why that spell seems like it's gonna take so much investment. Simplify the wording tomorrow. Likely add an image of what the experience level table should look like. Okay. Yeah, it seems like a simple bonus challenge, but it does bring up a lot of like, well, what about this? What about that? Um, so it's something you think would be easy to explain, but there is like a lot of stuff to consider when building a challenge like that. It makes sense to me though. I think I understand completely what we need to do. Yeah, we still don't have a Wand of Flaming, do we? That's funny. All right, well, can you kill this guy, please, for me? B? Okay, good. Because I was gonna be very embarrassed if I died to an electric eel. All right, so let's identify ourselves. We've got heal wounds, so I think we're safe to start identifying some scrolls now. We got enchant armor. We've got to save those. We would like to use them on oxlots. So like maybe at this point in the game, I would throw them on this helmet. But we do need to enchant a Randart armor to at least +6. Braga, maybe you can actually... I just had thought of a question. So if I find like a +6 plate armor Randart, does this satisfy this armor challenge? Like I didn't enchant it to +6, but it's already +6, or do I need to at least throw one enchant armor scroll on it to do that? Because it says enchant, but if something is naturally, like you find something naturally that meets that enchantment level or higher, does that count, or do you need to at least invest one scroll into it? I don't know if anybody's asked that question yet, but it makes sense to me. Yes. Okay. So yes to it counts if you just find something that's that high enchantment level. I'll add finding it yesterday. I think you need to get some sleep, Braga. Okay. Malign Gateway summon monstrous menagerie. Okay. Well, we have pretty awful summoning, don't we? -2. Yeah. Yeah, me so tired. Yeah. Yeah, seems like it. Oh man, these eels, I really do wish that I had the old wand flaming trick to use on them. Look at this absolute army of dudes. You got your third wind? Okay, I've never heard of a third wind before, but if that's what you need to keep going. Ooh, here comes the Hydra. All right. I like how our Blaze Heart Golem just made room for the Hydra. Like, yeah, go attack my master. It's fine. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go upstairs just because I don't like being low on mana. I also don't like getting hit by lightning from the electric eel. Hmm. This electric eel is quite the bugbear. Am I the only one that really hates blink frogs? They're like my least favorite monster in the game. Okay, please kill the blink frog. Thank you. All right. Let's pick a different staircase to go down. Like this one. There we go. There's a cloak. That's great. Finally some ox armor. All right, the Catoblepis. We need to get our stuff out. Okay, good. Doing great. All right, Forge Right is easy. All right, get them, boys. You got your second win when you went grocery shopping this afternoon. Hope you got some good stuff. I don't know how you have time to go shopping when you have all this Crawl Cosplay stuff to do. This is maybe potentially dangerous. I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Dang, that leech almost got us, huh? Okay, finally we get to wear our oh no, not yet. All right, I'm gonna pick it up. All right, level 14. Slowly approaching that level 25 nonsense that we have to do. Until then, we are free to do whatever we want. And yeah, I'm not going to overinvest in melee or evocations or really anything that that we can't use once we reach level 25 because we're not going to be able to rely on it once we get to that point in the game. So even though it could help us get there, I'd rather have something we can rely on for the late stages of the game. Since we have to enter Zot, you know, at level 27, right? Do not enter before. Yeah, we gotta play until we get 27 and then enter Zot. So it is a lot of game that we have to play with just Forgecraft. So it's a consideration. I feel like we just miscast a ton of stuff here. The worst possible time. But our summons are doing a good job. Great. All right. Man, what a floor this has been. Let's put on this cloak. There we go. And we now need to... Oh, we got 4 scrolls of identify. So let's start identifying some stuff. We got revelation. Blinking. We have 1 of those. That's pretty cool. Fog and torment. There we go. All right. So here's our layer 5 loot. Looking pretty good. Volatile blast modes. Prism. Mystic blast. Forge. Monarch bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, we could actually do Monarch bomb. I've never used that spell before. But we have fire and forgecraft. I have heard that it's not so great. But since we have Sif Muna, we can learn whatever we want and amnesia for piety. So we can give it a try and just see how it goes, you know, just learn for ourselves what kind of spell it is. And now we just landed identify on acquirement. So let's see what we get here. A glaive of flaming. We get this spellbook, which has Hellfire Mortar in it. Some other spells that we don't care about. An amulet of faith with vulnerability to cold. 2 pips of willpower, regen plus and stealth plus. It's an amulet with 2 brands and willpower plus plus. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent amulet. If we have an abundance of cold resistance, it's a very good amulet. Or we could just pick the gold and get the manual of shields. Something to consider. I'm gonna hold off on making a decision on this until we've at least seen Orc, and then we'll think about it. Like, that amulet is pretty good. Regen is nice. Faith is pretty nice. Faith will allow us to basically use channel magic as much as we want. Okay, so who's in the water here? Phalanx beetle. Okay, or I'm sorry, a water moccasin. We'll do that. All right, what is this amulet? Acrobat. Yeah, we probably want Acrobat over Guardian Spirit at this point. We can just drop Guardian Spirit. We like to use our MP for other things. All right, let's summon everything. Get the golem back online. Okay, the boulder beetle is a little concerning. Sif Muna just gave me a gift. I think that's our first Sif Muna gift, actually. All right, what did Sif Muna give us? Battle Sphere, Rending Blade, Walking Albumic, Fireball, Spell Spark, Servitor, and Crystal Spear. Okay. I think the Walking Albumic is really the only one that we're really interested in. And how close are we to casting that? 11%? Yeah, there's a lot of Forgecraft spells that we could learn right now. Fortress Blast, I think, is a little bit off the table. Since, you know, it does like a big explosion. I feel like it hits my dudes, and we're summoning dudes, so I don't know that I want to use that. Albumic is pretty nice, although it means that we would have to invest some in alchemy, and we're already kind of stretched thin with our earth, fire, magic training. So I'm not so sure about it. We do need to get Hellfire Mortar online as soon as possible. And like I thought, is definitely a spell that requires a lot of investment. Spellspark is Forgecraft. That is correct. Spellspark is Forgecraft. I just don't think we're gonna have a good spell to really pair it with. I mean, we found Plasma Beam, but I don't want to put that many points into air magic. I feel like Spellspark is something that you spec into if you're a conjurer or some kind of blaster. You spec into some Forgecraft to get that online. I don't think it's something that you do when you are a kind of like a pure Forgerite. But that might be wrong. I mean, maybe we spec in. We're already doing Earth, so maybe we get Bombard online or something like that. But our Conjuration is -1 aptitude, so I just don't know about it. But for the time being, I'm actually a little interested in Monarch Bomb. I want to give it a try. So it's Fire and Forgecraft, two things that we're actually training quite a bit of right now. So it's not quite castable at the moment, but will be in the future. Okay, we do have 6 Scrolls of Amnesia. So it's always on the characters that go Sif Muna that you find all of the Amnesia Scrolls. Like, why is that? I don't know. Maybe it just feels that way. Spellspark is mana efficient. Oh yeah, it absolutely is. If you're, but the thing about it is that it still feels like a spell that you use if you're blasting. You're a blaster caster, conjurer, fire elementalist, something like that, and you just want to spec into Forgecraft to get some, value out of your MP. I don't know what spell I would give it, being a mostly pure Forgecrafter right now. So, that's the way I feel at the moment. It may change in the future. Do we not have Orcish Mines? We actually don't have Orcish Mines. Interesting. Interesting. That's so weird. Okay, well, let's go into D11 and see what kind of nonsense is waiting for me down here. All right, we have 3 Potions of Might that could come in handy. Leather Armor of Cold Resistance. And we found 7 Teyu's Ghost and Cool Staff. This might be a character that wants to do a staff. If we can find a Randart staff with Forgecraft as the enhancer, we would use that absolutely, especially in the 25 to 27 range where we literally can't attack with a weapon. Getting an enhancer in your primary slot, definitely something that would be useful for us. Yeah. Okay, let's try Monarch Bomb. I don't even know what this thing is going to do necessarily. It looks super crazy. Cluster bomblets, which you can deploy in melee and launch at range. While the Monarch's bomblets have no attack of their own, they will pursue the caster's enemies until given the signal to explode. Recasting the spell while anything created by it is still active will detonate the Monarch Bomb and all bomblets, dealing a combination of fire and physical damage to everything adjacent to them besides the caster. So it's not like Blazeheart Golem where you have to be out of the blast radius. Got it. So does it do damage without us needing to... It seems like it is doing damage without us needing to recast it. Small metal sphere surrounding a core of dormant fire magic. When given the proper command, it will detonate. Okay, so these things, I guess, aren't doing anything other than waiting to be detonated. This guy does do... It's got launch bomblets. Fire a bomblet at a ballistic trajectory, ignores line of sight, dealing minor damage to a single target within range and deploying the bomblet near it. So it shoots this launch bomblet at a target, and then a bomblet spawns next to the target. Okay. Interesting. So let's blow up these guys. Neat. Well, we'll try that again. Okay, so he's shooting him. It says that it can't use it against things that are adjacent, but it seems like he's doing it. We're gonna have to test this guy out a bit more. All right, so he's got his bomblets out. All right, he died. So let's detonate his bomblets. Okay, that was pretty good. You command your explosives to detonate. Detonation engulfs the Centaur warrior for a bunch of exclamation marks. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It seems to be pretty effective. Now, this melee seems to want to give us a wand of warping, which I am very happy about. I don't have enough mana to recast Bomblet, but I think it's doing enough damage. Just, yeah, okay, good. All right, let's get that wand of warping. 5 charges, very nice. All right. Moving on. Roll of identify, let us identify some more potions. We've got lignification. Ooh, there's our wand of flame, finally. Okay, I'm trying to figure out a niche in which to use this particular guy. All right. It seems very mana inefficient, but we're Sif Muna, so if we need mana on demand, we got it. So I'm not opposed to the whole Monarch Bomb situation. I know it's not very mana efficient. That's what people complain about it, is that you have to cast it twice for it to really do anything. And yeah, I think I kind of agree with that. It really seems kind of mana hungry in its current form. But it does do some tremendous damage, I do have to say. So as far as like a nuke Fortcraft spell, it seems quite potent. This looks like the depths entrance. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh well, we died. Dang. Yeah, that was an Etten. We shouldn't have been messing around with an Etten on D11. Should have taken that a lot more seriously. Look at that. We got minus 31 HP there. So he really whacked us very hard. So it looks like we won't be joining the 1-in-1 club, unfortunately, for that. How much damage did he do to 35 damage? Oh, okay. So that was the second attack. So we were sitting at like 60 something HP. He hit us twice in a turn. And yeah, the second attack did 35 damage. And so we went down to negative 31. And that was brutal. Okay, well, that run was going well, but we can certainly try again. Something we always have the power to do. So let's throw down some Forgecraft and get back into it. This run is already off to a great start. Yeah, rip, but we learned a lesson there. Don't underestimate Nen, which is something that I already knew, but sometimes you gotta relearn old lessons. Sanguine Talisman, that's very cool. All right, let's get the spike launcher going. All right, we got constricted, which really sucks, but we're gonna be okay, I think. Okay, yeah, we'll switch to this spear. I think that's the best thing to use when you've got constructs going. All right, so D1 finish. Let's go on to D2. Plate armor already? Okay. And what does that do to our... Yeah, I mean, our spellcasting is not so great, but we've got plate armor now. Let's throw some more points into Forgecraft to overcome our plate armor obsession. Okay, so we'll take some int here. Let's pull back and use Spike Launcher. Excellent. Spike Launcher is a great spell for this point of the game. All right, we're just in the B waiting room right now, waiting to get B online. Oh, that was some Randar ring mail. So that's something that we can already use for the armor conduct. So let's take a look at what it is. +1 ring mail with int and stealth. I do enjoy the int on this thing. We would lose some... We'd lose some AC, but look at how much EV we'd be gaining. That's a lot of EV. This seems like better defenses, honestly, and the +3 int is going to go a long way to making our stuff castable. I don't know if this is the armor that we enchant up for the conduct, but it's certainly, you know, an option. I don't want to fight gnolls until I have B online, so let's just leave. Actually, we can take on like maybe one gnoll. Get him over here. Yeah. Yeah, Forgecraft OP, so we can do it. Okay, so we can learn B now, for sure. Let's go upstairs. Learn B. There we go. Now it's just a matter of getting the B out, and then everybody dies. Perfect. Goodbye, gnolls. What kind of short sword do you have, buddy? +3 short sword. Okay. All right, moving on to D3. Ooh, boots. I didn't see a single boot the entire game last time. Let's throw those boots on. Nope, don't keep equipping yourself. You have to kill things now that they are in our face. Let the bee at them. There we go. All right, throw on the boots. Got ourselves a little AC boost there. Put the boomerangs just in case. You never know when you're going to need a boomerang. All right, let's get the bee out, as well as the spike launcher. All right, we're not switching to Bayog. Not going to be doing that this particular game. Fantastic. All right. We are doing great so far. And we just gotta not die to this orc priest. We got him. All right, Forgecraft to 8. Let's work on a couple of defensive skills. Fighting and armor. And we'll get a couple of spell casting levels as well. A little sad that we died on our first attempt, but it is what it is. I could have seen that run going very far, but we did what we did. All right, what is the staff here? Staff of air, we'll take it. We will take it. Okay, B doing a pretty good job there. Throw the B out on the roach, even though you don't need a B for a roach, but The bee can sometimes help with any enemies that, you know, show up after the roach is dead. All right, we got the sleepy cap. The bee's gonna help us out with that sleepy cap, though. We don't need to be awake when the bee is awake. The bee is the main character of this run. Blast Motes, Electric Charge, and Gale's Gavote. Okay. Not interested, but appreciate it. And B is so overpowered. I was really worried that they were going to ban B for some reason in the challenge. I don't know why. All right, we got the Gauntlets of War. That's pretty huge, although they are incredibly expensive. Yeah, very expensive, 15, 20 gold. But they're very good gloves. You know, +3 is over enchanted for gloves. And +5 slay is always good, although it won't help us once we hit experience level 25. But it'll help in the meantime if we can afford it. And we have a glowing helmet here. We probably save our money for that glowing helmet. You know, we gotta wear a hat when we die, but before then, boy, we'll be helmeting out. All right, there's no way this guy kills me. We're good. We're good. All right, so there's an ossuary on this level, and there's also a grinder, and he's awfully close to me. I think we try to B, and hopefully we don't get paralyzed. Okay, the B is out, which means grinder is probably dead. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, we got a little lucky there, but I would call that 100% skill. Okay, we have an avalanche of sand nearby. That means the ossuary is close. Send the bee out. I want to say he's here. No, he's here. Okay. We hit this invisible guy a couple of times. I think this guy can see. I think he shoots invisible thing. Yeah, he does. That's great. Okay, we got snakes coming from every angle. And an iguana. Okay, not great. And our bee is gone. Okay, here is the ossuary. We're gonna head inside and see what is in here for us. Okay, we miscast B, but we wasted a couple of turns. All right. I don't know that I recognize this ossuary layout, which is interesting. All right. Okay, yeah, I think I recognize this one now. There's a bunch of mark traps that you have to walk through if you want to get to the loot in the center of the map. And yeah, we will be doing that. All right, get him. Perfect. All right, so let's see. Oh, we don't actually have to step on the mark traps. Although, if we retreat, then there's a very good chance that we get marked. But I don't think we need to retreat here. I think we're safe. All right, that was just enemies. Let's take a look at this corner. Okay. Let's throw out the bee. Our best summon at this point. All right, so we need to enable something for training. Let's do some air magic. Get like 4 air magic. We'll you know what? No, not air magic. Start with fire magic. 4 fire. Perfect. And then let's take a look at these consumables. Let's wake up the bee. You have more work to do. Man, this bee is just trying to take a nap, but I keep waking him up. You got more zombies to kill. All right, plate armor. We've already seen that. And what do we got here? All right, get him, bee. You got him. All right, so our fire magic is now 4. And let's see, how are we doing on Blazeheart Golem? We'll go ahead and learn it. And we do need a bit more fire magic, unfortunately. So let's get up to like 5 fire magic. And we'll train Forgecraft to 10. All right, so that's it. Not a great ossuary, but not the worst. So we got 4 stack of a certain scroll. Let's see what it is. It was poison for some reason. Okay. All right, Wand of Warping makes me feel good about getting the Wand of Warping. That's something that you can use to get yourself out of a number of binds. Wand of Warping is great for if you have an enemy that you really need to not follow you down or up a staircase. You can just warp them away from you and then go up or down that staircase. My favorite way to use Wand of Warping. Okay, where did this visible guy go? I guess he died. Okay, that's fine with me. All right, we found the temple. Hopefully Sif is in here. Yes, they are. Okay, now we can leave. All right, and then we'll want to train some Invo at some point, but maybe not at the moment. We just kind of want to get Blazeheart Golem online as soon as possible, and then we want things to spend mana on first before we worry about running out of mana. Okay, so this is kind of bad. We'll just go upstairs. No reason for us to engage with that. Okay, so we can kind of hit the same encounter, but from a much better angle. If we can get our bee out, then we'll be a lot better off. Go get him, bee. I'm going to do Blazeheart Golem, even though it's a little risky to cast here. Okay, something is hitting me. Yeah, he's right above me. We'll get another Golem out. We're confused, which don't appreciate. There we go, and he's going to blow up. Perfect. All right. Get the bee out. Get the Blazeheart Golem out. Eustachio. Okay, you picked the wrong time, Eustachio. Although I do need to go wind up my bee. Huh. The bee is gone though. I wish I could have wound up the bee. I'm I'm gonna Wand of Warping him away. Oh, I blow up if I go up the stairs, don't I? Okay. Alright, so that was a little bit of a hairy Eustachio encounter, but we're still alive. Thanks to Wand of Warping. Alright, Forgecraft is to 10. Fire Magic is to 5. Let's train a little bit of Air Magic up to 5 to get Lightning Spire online, because Lightning Spire is a great spell. Okay, we blew up Eustachio. Fantastic. Alright, Eustachio had a leather armor poison resistance. We won't be wearing that. Okay. We survived the iguana attack. Alright, what is this wand? Quicksilver. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Centaur is not great. Alright, fantastic. We've got Centaur killed. What is down here? Usk? Okay, Usk and Gozag. Interesting little mini shrine vault. Alright, we hit level 9. We'll take some int here. Alright, so those were kind of some early yaks, but we were able to dispatch them without much trouble. Alright, let's head down to D7. I don't like this particular... They're a little too close, and there's a bit too much of them. So I'm just going to back up here, and then try a different staircase. There's no reason to do that. Okay, we got Joseph. Oh, man, this is not a good floor. Alright, we need to work on our scroll situation. But first, we do need to deal with Maurice. We'll send out the... Does he have a anti-magic something? Does he drain when he hits? Drain magic when he bites. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Alright, hopefully that just blows him up. Okay, he's dead. Great. Alright, let's train a little bit in invocations so that we can use channel magic if we need to. Alright, let's walk to the staircase quickly. There we go. Alright, let's learn Forge Lightning Spire because it is somewhat castable now. And we did find a cloak here, so good. Very good to have that. It's just a kobold. How much damage could it possibly do? Yeah, we haven't been training our melee skills, and I don't know that we really will. We can't use them in the late stages of the game, so why bother? Lightning Spire just killed all those kobolds, so I'm pretty happy about that. Ooh, what's this robe? +2 robe of harm, rampaging. Okay, I don't think so. Yeah, this is not great. All right, here comes the bees. We do have to attack our spire to make some room. Okay, so we got our invo up. Let's train a little bit of evo. Back up, and then now we've created some flame clouds. Bee is still coming though, but hopefully the lightning spire can kill it. Thankfully it does. Okay. Now we have a white here. And the Lightning Spire is doing a pretty good job killing these whites. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the Lightning Spires. Ooh, let's channel magic. We failed to use our ability. We have to channel some magic here. Okay, good. If we don't get something in between me and Joseph, then we will die. Okay, there we go. Now let's head up the stairs here. Great. All right, so Joseph is roaming around, causing all kinds of trouble. Hopefully we don't run into him. We do need to... Ooh, he hit us bad. Okay. Let's, that's not a good place for the Lightning Spire. How are we doing here? Let's B. Okay, so the B is going. B is going. Got him. Okay, whew, that was rough. But we did kill him. All right, let's get the Lightning Spire out. Gonna do great in that corridor. Fantastic. All right, Evo is to 5 now. Let's throw down a few armor levels, or maybe just one armor level. I want to get up to 10 AC. A +5 halberd? Actually kind of nice. Throw that on. All right. Here's D8. Okay, so there's the explosion. And where are the rest of the orcs? I feel like they're... Ooh, we just got Curare. No thank you. We're leaving. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, here's Maggie. Let's not encounter Maggie at the moment. Yeah, that's not a great place for the Lightning Spire, so we'll throw out a B. And, ooh, this guy's got a Wand of Warping. Oof. Right. Did he die? Yeah, okay. He killed himself. That's cool. Alright, what is this? Fugue of the Fallen, Ozakubos, and Manifold Assault? I don't think we're doing... I don't think we're gonna learn Manass here. Alright, there's Maggie. We'll throw out a B at her. Okay, she's dead. Alright, what armor did she have for me? Okay, we're still not at 10 AC, so let's get another level. Yeah. She had Steam Dragon Scales. We'd lose AC if we switch to Steam Dragon Scales. Yeah, so I don't think we'll do that. Alright, the Howler Monkey. Ooh, we just got shafted 2 floors. Okay. That's a little rough, but I think we can survive this. Although, I don't know. We should have done something with our scrolls at this point. And I'm regretting not having done that. What is our stealth? We're 2 pips of stealth, okay. We're surprisingly not waking up too much stuff here. Now, when this guy blows, it's gonna wake up everything, but we need to create some distance here. We got kobolds to the east. And then are the rest of them coming for me? Yes. But we're doing okay. Still no 10 AC, so let's keep training armor a little bit. Okay, here's the rest of these guys. This Lightning Spire should do pretty good work. Yes, okay, so we got 10 AC now. So let's train a little bit more fighting. We'll get fighting to 7. And yeah, we're happy to be through this entire pack of yaks. So let us we set that exclusion there. Let's remove that and then throw one back on the Manticore. And then so here's entrance to what is, I'm assuming, layer. Okay, here is a staircase up. So we'll take it. This isn't as bad as it looks. We'll do Blazeheart Golem. And then when it blows, kill everything. Perfect. Alright, so we got our fighting levels very fast. Let's get a few levels of spell casting. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can find a staircase up. We do find a staircase up, but it is guarded by 2 slime creatures. Potentially 2 more are hanging out somewhere. Yeah, look at all these slime creatures. We are in trouble. Alright. Explosion just happened. And hopefully we can, yeah, just wipe them up. There we go. Alright, and we are back in business on D8, where we belong. No longer in D10. There's a lot of stuff to think about when you're playing a Forge Right. Guy's got a buckler. Is it a normal buckler or was it fancy? It is fancy. The buckler of compassion, 2 strength and 2 dex. That's something. We'll pick it up. Sure. It's I mean, it's not great. It's a little bit of a nice boost. Obviously we can't use it with the halberd, but we could switch to a one-handed polearm like a trident and use that buckler. I think we'll do that. Trident's a good weapon, and the buckler doesn't do much for spell failure. Yeah, very little. So that's kind of cool. So let's train. We have a good shield aptitude, so let's train some shields. And then let's yeah, we're back on D10, so let's continue. Oh no, D10 is not where we want to be. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, there we go. D8. Exploring D8 like Lindley intended. All right, things are not looking good. This was a bad place to fight this guy in particular. Where did that steam dragon go? Okay. I don't want to get hit with Curare here, but I feel that I don't have much of an option. Now we're doing good. Yeah, we're fine. All right, and then we just have a couple of kobolds to clean up. We're good. So let's grab those that Curare. It's a singular dart, but it could be the difference between us losing this run or winning it. Poisonous vapors, mercury arrow, and toxic radiance. I don't think that's what we're doing this particular game. All right. Let's do some Blazeheart Golem stuff. There we go. Great spell. Acid Dragon. Okay. Man, no, not a single ring, huh? Okay. You know what we need to do is we need to go back and we need to buy this glowing helmet. What we should do. Buy the glowing helmet and these 2 things and maybe the gloves too. I mean, I know we want to save up for the Gauntlets of War, but it would be nice to have some good gloves to put on for the time being. So I am going to buy those. Gloves of Hurling are pretty cool. Helmet of Intelligence is incredible for this character. So, and it's +2, which is absolutely enormous. I can't believe we've gone all the way down to D10 without a single ring or amulet. That's kind of nasty. But we do have the Helm of Intelligence and the Gloves of Hurling. So hurling. Well, that's a slaying bonus whenever we throw stuff. So it's a minor little bonus for us. But it'll help when we're going to throw a Curare dart at something and we get the hit. So our AC just jumped up pretty well. Okay, so we have killer bees to deal with here, which kind of suck. But I think with a little bit of Blazeheart Golem, we should be able to get through this without much trouble. Yes, Blazeheart Golem is a very good spell for dealing with bees. Who could have possibly thought that? Okay, so we have the Acid Dragon here. Yeah, Acid Dragons are tough to deal with. Hornets, you really don't want them to get near you. Ooh, Vampire. Oh boy. Okay. We can, we're confused. I would like to move. Yeah, I guess we're not going to move, huh? Okay, the Lightning Spire got him before he went invis. That's very good. I was worried about him going invis because at that point we don't really have much we can do to deal with him. Okay, so we found the entrance to layer. I think we can get through this. All right. Shields 5 has been achieved. Let's throw down a few more Forgecraft levels. Put down a Lightning Spire and hope these guys walk into it. All right, we're slowing down, but our Lightning Spire should be able to defend us here. Yes, it does. Now we got orcs coming. Fine. We're good. We're looking good, folks. Acid Dragon scales. Not really, right? We'd be gaining AC. We'd be losing EV. Kind of a lateral move. And our spell failure would actually get worse for some reason. We'd be losing. Yeah, because we'd be losing the int. That's why. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's why our stealth has been so good is the plus stealth. You know what? Plus stealth on this armor. Pretty relevant. It's been relevant when we got shafted. So without having that plus stealth, the shaft would have been a lot worse. We would have had to fight a Manicore. Ugh. And an Acid Dragon when we weren't ready to. That's something. We found a Falchion of Flaming with resist cold. Huh. You know, we only have 10 decks. It's probably a good Hydra killing weapon, but I think our best Hydra killing weapon is our summons. So, but I mean, if we needed to, we could enchant this thing up to +9 to satisfy our conduct right here. So it's nice that we have a Randar weapon on the ground with +7 because it'll make it pretty cheap to get it to the required level. You want to fire at him, Lightning Spire? Alright, I was a little worried there. Amulet of Guardian Spirit. Well, it's an amulet. We'll put it on. Okay, that's a D10. I'm going to take a look at D11. And there's an Ice Cave. So we'll look at that. We got Blink, Momentum Strike, and Lesser Beckoning. Blink is pretty nice. Let's train a little bit of Translocation. We have a bad Translocation aptitude, but Blink is just too useful to not train. Ooh, it's a partisan. Plus you're a partisan? Okay. Partisans require a lot of training to get online, so I don't know if we're gonna do that with almost um, no pole arm training. Alright, that troll nearly killed us. Very distant melting archway. Okay, yeah, I'm on it. Oh, you know what? We have to kill our lightning spire so that we can step away when that happens. Alright, here come the bees. A very distant melting archway. Okay, he got double zapped by my lightning spire. That's cool. What kind of shield did you have? Just a kite shield? Okay. Okay, we have we should really no, we can't read. We have 2 6 stacks right here. You know, we've been ignoring our scrolls. We really shouldn't have been doing that, but we have 2 6 stacks, so one of those is probably telly. We really don't want to telly right now. That would be bad. We know one of those is probably identify, but the other one is probably telly. All right, we're trying to find this ice cave, but it's proving to be elusive. Still very distant, so we're not really getting much information from the I have a feeling it's in the southeast corner. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now we have a troll to deal with. All right, and let's go into the ice cave. So we have no resistances, so no cold resist. We could have picked up that what was it? Like a falchion with cold resist. Yeah, we should have picked that up for cold resistance. Should have done that. Would have been optimal to do so. The 2-headed ogre simulacrum. Okay. Well, hopefully we won't take any cold damage because our summons will take care of all these bad guys before we even get to them. That's the hope and dream. Yeah. So far, so good. All right, translocation is now level 3. I think that might be good enough. Blink is at 3%, so I say that is castable. All right, so let's hit blink. We'll learn it. There we go. That can get us out of a pickle. All right, hopefully we can find some cold resistance in this ice cave. If not, then we probably won't go all the way down the ice cave. We don't find any accessible cold resist. Leather armor of resistance. Okay, so that's both cold and fire resist. And we would only be losing 2.7 AC putting this on. So I say we do that for now. And because having cold resist is probably better than having a few AC. There's not a huge difference between leather and ringmail. So not the end of the world. Okay, we need to this. Okay, we're good. Ooh, we're not good. let's do Golem here. He explodes, we get fire clouds. And then, yeah, I guess they all died. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Got a miscast on good old Blaze Heart Golem. Yeah, we got the ice. Cold clouds. And what else do we have here? So far, nothing too good. Of course, the freezing wraith might just kill me. I don't know why my lightning spire is deciding not to do anything about this. Yeah, this is kind of a bad situation. Let's hit him with the wand of Quicksilver. Let's hit him with the warping. Okay, good. So we're still alive, but that could have gone a lot better. All right, let's take a look at our scrolls. We'll read the 6 stack. It's identified. Perfect. So let's start identifying stuff. We should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Moonshine, the most useful of potions. Okay, so we didn't really get a ton of useful stuff out of that, but at least we have some options here if we need them. And is that an ice devil? Yeah, that sure is. Of course, we were standing in the complete wrong spot for that, but we survived. Right. I think we Blazeheart Golem our way through this. I mean, the fire is gonna hit it, right? Kinetic grapnel it a couple of times. Ooh. Let's do channel magic. Fail to use your ability. We'll try it again. Good. Okay. Trying to get the guy in here, but it's really not working out for us. Ooh. Fog body is not something that I wanted to see. Okay, we're still fine. Harpy Simulacrum is not something that I wanted to see. Okay, we're fine. No, we're still in trouble here. Okay, now we're good. All right, we do need to... Okay, so we do that. Okay, nice. That was a good explosion. It killed everything. Longbow freezing, scimitar. Okay, so now we found a glaive of protection. A trident of venom. We'll take that trident of venom. I mean, it's way better than this stuff. +2 hat. Okay. We'll take the +2 hat. It might be the hat that we have to win the game with. +0 plate armor of cold resistance is pretty tremendous. It's cold resistant. It's plate armor. Yeah. So we'd be getting a lot of AC out of this thanks to our armor training, but yeah, our spell failures would potentially get quite a lot worse. So we got a Trident upgrade, which is pretty cool, and we got the hat. We'll just drop the hat for now. We'll throw back on the ring mail. And Resistance is such a great brand for a body armor, but trying to think of what we should do here, because this plate armor of cold resist is pretty nice, but I don't know if I want to make my spells that much more uncastable. Vampire Mosquito is causing me some trouble here. Alright, we'll get bailed out by Lightning Spire. This vault seems very bad. Yeah, it's not good. But our Trident of Venom is doing some nice work. Alright, they shouldn't last long in the Fire Cloud. We have Gastronoc here. We're going to back up and leave. Alright, here comes Gastronoc. He can airstrike us, which... so that's why we're going to move to a place where we have less open spaces. Let the Lightning Spire do some damage to him. And yeah, he's... Oh, man, with the Boulder Beetle too, I don't think we fight both of these guys at the same time. That seems like a bad idea. Alright, so we have our Boulder Beetle here. Miscast. Place Heart Golem. Okay, and now Gastronoc is probably coming, but we won't be there when he arrives. Ooh, okay. We're going to turn the stone in range of our Lightning Spire so that it can do some damage for us while we're there. And then we'll do some Blazeheart Golem just to kind of make some space. It's not really working out too much. We're barbed here. So let's use a potion of haste and curing. And then read this, which is enchant armor. Interesting. So we'll enchant our armor and we'll read this one, which is yeah, it's telly, which is what we want. Let's do curing. We're still alive. We'll do invis. Curing again. The telly's taking a long time. Okay, there we go. Man, alright. Well, we're still alive. Barely. That vault in particular is going to be pretty nasty, so why don't we just head into lair now, and we'll deal with that later when we come out of lair. But I think that's going to be it for us. We're going to call it a stream there. So thanks everybody who came and watched. I appreciate it, and we'll continue the stream at some future point. I'm not quite sure yet, but we will do it. So have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.